Everyone tells you to learn prompt engineering. They're wrong. Prompting is a manual task, and manual tasks don't scale. The real money isn't in the perfect prompt. It's in self-healing AI workflows that don't need a human to babysit them. I've spent the last year breaking AI agents so you don't have to. I stopped treating AI like a chatbot and started treating it like an employee. The result? Systems that detect their own errors, fix them in real time, and run while I sleep. Today, I'm showing you the exact architecture. We're moving past the chat box. I'll show you how to combine Make.com and LangChain to build a self-correcting engine. By the end of this video, you won't be prompting anymore. You'll be building autonomous infrastructure that actually reduces your overhead. Let's dive in. You've seen the gurus. They sell you 50-page PDFs of magic prompts. They tell you that if you just add, think step by step, or act as a world-class expert, you've unlocked the secret to productivity. But here's the cold reality. Prompting is a fragile game. You spend 3 hours perfecting a prompt. It works perfectly for 10 minutes. Then the model updates, or the input data changes slightly, and suddenly, it breaks. Now you're back in the loop, babysitting the AI, checking every single output to make sure it didn't hallucinate a fake company or forget a crucial step. Let's be honest, this isn't automation. This is just a new kind of manual labor. You didn't start a business to become a full-time prompt editor. You're an ops manager, a solopreneur. Your time is worth hundreds of dollars an hour. Why are you spending it arguing with a chatbot? The prompt engineering era is a trap. If your workflow requires a human to intervene every time the AI trips, you haven't built a system. You've built a liability. You're trading your overhead for a different kind of stress. And in a world where AI is evolving every week, fragile is the same as broken. It's time to stop tweaking words and start building architecture. Here is the truth. Prompting is a gamble. You spend hours tweaking a paragraph, hoping the AI doesn't hallucinate on Tuesday. That's not a business process. That's babysitting. If you want to actually scale, you need to stop being a prompt engineer and start being a systems architect. The secret: self-healing AI workflows. A self-healing workflow doesn't just execute a task. It validates the output. If the output is wrong, the system catches the error, analyzes why it happened, and loops back to fix it, without you ever touching a keyboard. Let's build this. First, the stack. We're using Make.com as our orchestrator. It's the central nervous system that moves data between apps. For the logic, we're integrating LangChain. Why LangChain? Because standard prompts are stateless. LangChain allows us to give the AI a memory and a set of strict reasoning chains. Here is how the architecture works. Step 1, the trigger. Your data enters the system. Instead of one giant prompt, we break the task into micro steps. Step 2, the execution. The AI generates the first draft. But here is where 99% of people stop. They just send that output to the client. That's where the risk is. Step 3, the validator. This is the self-healing layer. We create a second, independent AI agent. Its only job is to try and break the first agent's work. We give it a checklist of hard constraints. If the validator finds a mistake, it doesn't send an error message to you. It sends a correction prompt back to the first agent. It says you failed constraint 2. The date is wrong, fix it and try again. This loop continues until the validator gives a green light. Only then does the final result reach your database or your customer. Think about the overhead you just deleted. You aren't praying that the prompt works anymore. You've built a machine that guarantees the result. This is how solopreneurs are replacing entire operations teams in 2026. To build this, you need a backbone. I use Make.com. It's the gold standard for this kind of logic. If you're ready to stop manually triggering tasks, use the link in my description to get started. Now look at the results. Instead of spending 3 hours a day babysitting ChatGPT, this system runs in the background. It catches its own errors. It fixes its own loops. This is how you scale a business without hiring a 10-person ops team. You aren't just using a tool, you're building a digital employee. Stop playing with prompts. Start building assets. Hit subscribe if you want more blueprints for AI automation that actually work. Now go build it.